EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Mike. I got you.
Now Allen off the bootleg. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, for these two franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play a scoreless game against the hometown Portsmouth Spartans in front of 6,500 fans. 4 years later, the Portsmouth Spartans would move to Detroit. But anyways, 90 seasons later, after some rebranding, a couple relocations, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL still lives on. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Flushed out right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Throwing is Allen on third. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Give him 2 yards on that play. And that's going to make it fourth down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Set, 30 base. Set, 53, right. Watch the curve. Snap.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas. Now a give coming right is Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. There's the first NFL grab for Andy Isabella. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. That's complete to Slayton. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Barkley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1 yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Ready? 10 logos. Hey, high 7.
Minshew, 1st and 10. That'll be complete to Breida. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Minshew. He'll get this into the hands of Breida.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. On first down, here's Breida. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Marcus Golden. Now the first career carry for the Penn State star Miles Sanders. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Dexter Lawrence brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Flush to his right. Looking for Shepard deep. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 11 yards there, and a Lion first down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Saquon Barkley there to make the grab. And the Lions have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They run with Breida, and not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. On first down, Allen. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. From midfield, here's Allen. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Throwing on first down is Allen.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Allen now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Allen to throw once more. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but it's going to be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, exit.
Throwing again. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. Luke Kuechly, the all-pro linebacker, in on the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On third down, Barkley. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen eluding the pressure right, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Touchdown, Detroit! Saquon Barkley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
A gain there of 21 yards. Allen now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
56. Hey, over.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Check him up. Check the call. 55 is mine, guys. 55.
To throw, it's Allen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 8 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brent, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And now they'll throw with Allen. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jeffrey Simmons busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Minshew sets to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now, here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Lions will take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On the draw, this is Barkley, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Here's Minshew, escaping the pressure right. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. On the run, it's Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first